This is a full walkthrough tour of Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Welcome back to A Couple Travelers. Andy here today bringing you a full walkthrough tour of the Cabana Bay Beach Resort at Universal Orlando. Now, if you've seen A Couple Travelers before, you'll probably be like, okay, Andy, you're here, that's great. Where's Jenna? Well, while we're here in Orlando, Jenna is actually at a summit for her travel agency. So I will be solo missioning this resort tour today, showing you all of the public areas, including the main lobby, the pool areas, all of the dining, the retail, and the activities at the resort. This is a great property at Universal Orlando, so let's show you around. The Cabana Bay Beach Resort opened in 2014, and with 2,200 rooms, it is the largest resort hotel here at Universal Orlando. Its design is reminiscent of the golden age of travel, specifically in the 1950s and 60s, where the family would pack up everyone into a station wagon and drive to the beach for a week-long vacation. It really acknowledges that level of nostalgia with a really nice retro vibe here at the resort, and so you'll see that come through as we tour all of the different public areas. At Universal Orlando Resort, there are 4 categories of resort hotels, the first of which is the value category. Then you have prime value, followed by preferred. In the top level of hotels are the premier resorts. Specifically, the Cabana Bay Beach Resort sits in that second tier, which is the prime value. So not the lowest, most budget-friendly option for hotel, but kind of an elevated step up. So as you'll see, this resort is a really great option for those looking to have a nice themed resort hotel to stay at on their vacation, while also not breaking the bank in the process. Now, we started off our tour in front of the main lobby area of the building. We just took a quick jaunt over here to show you the bus stops here at the resort. So if you are staying on property at Universal Orlando, you'll most likely be going to either Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios, the 2 theme parks, as well as Volcano Bay, the water park. Now, in order to get to specifically the 2 theme parks and Universal City Walk, which is the dining and retail public area on property, you do need to take a bus to get there. It's just about a 5 to 10 minute bus drive. It's not too far. What we found during our couple days here so far is that the buses run really well. As you can see right now, it's first thing on a Saturday morning, so it's a very popular time for families to be heading to the parks, and there's multiple buses here waiting to take people over to City Walk, where they then could go through security and then get into either Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios. Going either to or from the resort, we haven't had to wait more than 10 minutes for a bus across the 2 or 3 days that we've been here so far. So you can see they do have your more generic size buses, and then on the right they do actually bring in some Mears coach buses as well to make sure that they can fit as many people on it at any given time. So this is one of the great perks and amenities of staying at a Universal Resort Hotel. We'll get into more of those amenities and specifics a little bit later in the video, but since we are outside, did at least want to show you the bus station that kind of covers your transportation to and from City Walk and the 2 theme parks here at Universal Orlando. And in case I didn't mention it, the buses to and from the theme parks and City Walk are complimentary, so they are included with the price of your room here at Cabana Bay. Like I mentioned at the top of the video, this resort is really well themed, and again is reminiscent of the 1950s and 60s. So with Universal obviously getting its start in Hollywood, making movies and television, they placed some actual cars used in Universal movies on site here at Cabana Bay. So if you look through the window right here, you can see that this is a 1958 Chrysler Imperial. So they have this car sitting right outside, welcoming you into the resort. And before we go inside, we'll also show you this car over here. So this car is one of those station wagons I was mentioning. You would pack the family in here, bring them to the beach. This is a 1957 Ford Country Squire wagon that was featured in the film Two for the Road, starring Audrey Hepburn and Albert Finney. So really nice pieces of Universal history here at Cabana Bay. So what we'll do now is take you inside, start showing you some of the dining, retail, and main lobby areas here at the resort. Really quickly, we'll show you the overall layout of Cabana Bay. You do have two very distinct room and pool areas on either side, and then in the middle is kind of this horseshoe-shaped building where the majority of your dining, retail, and the main lobby is as well. Where we just were at the bus stops is identified by the green number 2, and then we just entered in down here at the left corner of the property. So let's show you around. So walking right inside, you start to get that first taste of that great theming we talked about, and we'll come to our first of many dining options here at Cabana Bay. This is the Malt Shop. Now this is your classic milkshake and ice cream bar. It is open daily from noon to midnight. So you could come here, get an ice cream cone, get a milkshake. You could also get some fruit smoothies as well. So really a great option to get a nice snack at the end of a long park day when you return to your hotel. There is a really nice seating area here as well with a TV, so the kids can hang out, enjoy their ice cream, and just enjoy being on vacation. This bar here does have outlets and USB chargers, so if you even want to come down here and do some work, watch some TV or a movie on your laptop or your phone, you can have that charged while you're doing so. Now, leaving the Shakes Malt Shop, we will take you into the Bayliner Diner. But first, I'll note that if you are staying in the Americana or the Bayside Tower, this is where you will walk to get to those rooms. That's indicated by the teal sign there. So you will have to walk through the diner in order to get there. And then we come to the Bayliner Diner. This is the main dining area at Cabana Bay. It is open daily for breakfast from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It is open for lunch and dinner from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then it is open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. for grab and go options as well. As you can see, this is a really nice size dining area, so plenty of tables. I won't do too much filming in here right now because there are a lot of people getting ready to finish up their food and head out to the parks. But you can see over here, they do have Coke Freestyle machines all throughout Universal Orlando. They also have some coffee and some iced tea. But there's a path that kind of cuts through the two main areas of tables and chairs and takes you back to where you actually pick up your food. So the style of the Bayliner Diner is very similar to what you'll find at the value resorts at Walt Disney World, where it's more of a cafeteria setting. So you do have a number of stations inside where you could go and get some different types of food, and then you bring it here to a cashier who will check you out. You can pick up your utensils and napkins and then find a table. And here's just a quick look of some of the breakfast options they have. I will say the food that we've had here and that we've just seen being served looks really good. So a lot of standard stuff for breakfast between your yogurt parfaits, your omelet, your waffles, your breakfast sandwich, and your pancakes. One really good tip, and shout out to the great Universal team member who offered this to us on our first night. When we come to Orlando, we would normally purchase a couple cases of water in advance because it's just cheaper than having to buy individual bottles of water in the theme parks. So we came here the first night and brought out 6 bottles of water, and the team member said, oh, well, you could just buy a case and you get 24 bottles for about the same price of an individual 6. And we said, oh great, didn't even know you could do that. So if you do want to take advantage of that, just ask one of the team members here at the checkout stations, and they should be able to grab that for you. I believe it was around $20 for the 24 bottles of water, standard size, but just so you guys know that that's an option. Again, since it's a little bit crowded in here, I will come back a little bit later and insert some B-rolls so you can see up close some more of the different options. But just really quickly, they do have a great natural foods and dietary options section. So if you have any specific food allergies or you're gluten-free, going right across, this is similar to what's on the other side of the area here, but this is your grab and go section. So you can see they have some milk, fruit, charcuterie boards. They have some slices of cheesecake that look really good, some grab-and-go sandwiches. They also have some beer and bottles of wine available for purchase as well. And they do have a pastry section. So some bread for toast, you can get some donuts, and then you have some candy, bags of chips, things like that, and some bagels. And very similar to the Walt Disney World Resort hotels, you can buy a refillable mug for any sort of soft drinks that you want to refill while you're staying here at the resort. Last thing I'll mention that's really cool is they do have a s'mores kit. So if you're hanging outside at night after a long day in the parks and want to make some s'mores to snack on, you could pick up everything you need here. So you have these sticks for the marshmallows, you have the marshmallows themselves, you have your chocolate, your graham crackers, everything you need. So from the Bayliner Diner, we are going to continue our walk around of this horseshoe-shaped main building here at the resort. We're gonna pass a couple restrooms here on the left, elevator to head up to the second floor, and then we're gonna come to everybody's favorite, Starbucks. Regardless of hotel you're staying at, having a coffee shop right inside is a great perk. So it is your standard Starbucks, but just set here in the lobby of Cabana Bay. Since it is not, I guess, a quote-unquote official Starbucks, they do not take your Starbucks rewards program here for payment or to collect stars, but you can get all of your favorite Starbucks food and beverage options here. And they also have a section over there on the far wall where you can get some Starbucks branded refillable drinkware as well. Moving on from Starbucks, you have a really nice staircase that'll take you up to the second floor and the Galaxy Bowl, which we will show you later. Now, before we head into the Universal gift shop and the main lobby, I did mention Jenna at the top of the video. In case you are new to A Couple Travelers, Jenna is the other half of A Couple Travelers, and she is my wife, and she's also a travel agent. So if you are interested in coming to Universal Orlando on your vacation, she would love to help you book that. You pay the exact same price to work with a travel agent that you would pay Universal directly. However, you get all of the great benefits and knowledge of working with a travel agent. Jenna, like I said, does do Universal Orlando. She can help you with Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and Royal Caribbean as well. So if you are interested in any of those things, Jenna's email is in the video description below. So feel free to reach out for a free, no obligation quote. So let's head into the Universal gift shop. Universal has some really great IP under their umbrella. Obviously Jurassic Park, the Despicable Me franchise, as well as all of the Harry Potter things you know and love from those books and movies. But walking right here into the gift shop first, you do have a bunch of Cabana Bay merchandise, so some pool towels, you have some t-shirts, and some mugs. But just a really quick overview, you do have a pretty much dedicated Harry Potter section over here on the right. You do have some more generic Universal branded merchandise here in the middle, so some shot glasses, some tumblers, and some hoodies. You have some Universal t-shirts on the back wall, your main checkout area. You have some Marvel and Spider-Man stuff here in the center, and then you have some Simpsons and some Dr. Seuss characters over there on the left. And these are actually really cool. We'll get there and show you upstairs in a little bit, but they do have some bowling shirts for the Galaxy Bowl. All right, moving on from the Universal gift shop, we're going to head into the main lobby area. This is a really bright and airy main lobby that is kind of your first impression when you walk into the resort. I love the palm trees here in the middle. Again, very welcoming, inviting, and just a great way to start your vacation. The first stop we'll have in the main lobby is the Swizzle Lounge. I will say for a hotel of this value, it is really great to see a hotel lobby bar. Not a lot of hotels for this price point give you that amenity. So really nice perk. It is open daily from 1 p.m. to midnight, and it's your pretty standard hotel lobby bar, beer, wine, liquor, other cocktails and mixed drinks that you might want. You have some really nice imported and domestic beer options on draft. You have some TVs above the bar, plentiful bar seating, and then on the other side here, table and chair seating as well. As we continue around the main lobby, you get another view of that great center area with plenty of seating options and those palm trees. And then on the opposite side of the Swizzle Lounge, you will come to your check-in area. Here on the left is a really great option. This is a dedicated desk if you checked in online prior to your vacation. Post-COVID, a lot of resorts are doing online check-in as a great way to skip the line to get your vacation started as quickly as possible. So all you need to bring with you is your ID, and they can look up your reservation and help you get your vacation started. If you don't do online check-in and do want to wait for the regular desk, you can do so here. I will say when we checked in, we arrived on a weekday evening. We're here in late July 2024, and at that time there was a pretty decent line for check-in, so would recommend doing your online check-in prior to arrival so you can skip that line and get your vacation started as quickly as possible. But even if there is a little bit of a line, you do have plenty of Universal team members waiting to help you out. And then continuing on here, you have 2 desks. One is for luggage services, so this is not a bellman option. It is an option though if you do want your bags stored prior to check-in or after checkout, or if you do want to get some carts for help transporting your luggage to and from your room. And then if you don't want to deal with the hassle of getting a rental car at the airport or somewhere else, you can go to the Avis counter right here at the resort and work with your car rental representative here. Now, wrapping up the circle tour of the main lobby area, we're going to come to the last desk area, which is the Universal Vacation Planning Center. So anything related to theme park tickets or just general vacation planning, this will be the desk to go to help you get those questions answered. If you did purchase your park tickets online in advance, you can come here to this dedicated station where you swipe your credit card, you enter your reservation number, and then you could get your tickets that they print out, and then you could head straight to the theme park. So that's a really great option if you want to get your vacation started and book your theme park tickets in advance. Wrapping up inside the main lobby, we're going to shift gears and head back outside. But before we do that, want to mention a really cool perk of staying here at Cabana Bay, and that is the poolside movies. So this does happen nightly, and so you see they have a great selection of Universal films, inclusive of Kung Fu Panda 2, Peter Rabbit 2, Kung Fu Panda 3, Megamind, The Croods, a lot of great options if you want to hang out by the pool and enjoy a movie on your vacation. Now, heading outside directly from the main lobby, you do have some comfortable seating, and then you have one of your 2 pool areas here at Cabana Bay. This is the Cabana Courtyard pool area. We've also seen it referenced as the Atomic Pool, but really the main indicator for this area is the retro style tower and the water slide. Now, this area is surrounded by the more motel style buildings. That's a really cool fact about Cabana Bay. They have traditional kind of indoor access room buildings, and they also have these outdoor access motel style room buildings as well. So here specifically, you have the Starlight building on the left. In the center, you have the Thunderbird building, and then over on the right, you have the Castaway building. So if you are staying in one of those 3 buildings, this will be the closest pool to your room. And here's just another look at the map to show you where we've been. So again, we started the tour out here at the bus stop, made our way all the way around clockwise of the main lobby building, and we are now here at the pool area. The pool hours are daily from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and it does require key card access to get you through the gate and into the pool area. So let's head in there now and start showing you around. So the first area we're gonna come to inside the pool area is the Atomic Grill. So this is kind of your pool bar and lounge area. I will say the restaurant area is right back there, but here you do have some tables and chairs and a great fire pit, so this is a good area for you to cook up those s'mores that we saw back inside the diner. Now, beyond this fire pit area, you do have the Atomic Grill, and this is where you can come get some good poolside eats. They do have some pizza, some sandwiches, fresh salads, and sides, so pretty standard vacation pool fare. So that's the Atomic Grill. And then you come along here to the Atomic Tonic, which is specifically the pool bar. Restaurant is open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. for lunch and dinner, and then 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. for bar service. You can get food from 11 to 9, and you can get drinks and cocktails from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Here's a closer look at your pool bar. Bartender's hard at work getting it ready for a busy Saturday afternoon and night. You got some frozen drinks already getting cool there. Quickly mention some of the amenities that coincide with this cabana courtyard pool area. So they do have pool activities during the day, including a pool table and a beanbag toss. They have private cabanas, which are back here on the left. Those are an incremental fee, so you can inquire with the resort about renting those for the day. They do have the beach and bay pavilions. Those can each be rented as well. Those seem to be just some larger cabana style areas for you to hang out with your family. They do have the hot tub, and they do have plenty of picnic tables, and then your standard beach seating that you can see here on the actual sand here on the right. So this is the backside of the pool with actually the ramp that you'll take in order to get up to the top of the water slide. You do have a kid's splash play area inside there as well. And then coming back here, this is where you have your restrooms. And then this is one of the pavilions we mentioned earlier, specifically the Bay Pavilion. And then here is the second pavilion, the beach pavilion. So those two pavilions are pretty close to each other, just separated by a lawn area in the middle there. So we just did a clockwise loop of the cabana pool area. So you have your Atomic Grill and your Atomic Tonic there on the left. You have your main pool here in the center with the water slide. You have your two pavilions back there on the right, more cabanas and seating. And then you have one of your towel stations here. So you pick up some clean towels, drop off your used towels, and they do have a number of those located around the pool. What we'll do now is we will head back inside the main lobby building and continue on with our tour. Okay, back inside the main lobby building, we took this ramp up from the pool area and are now on the second floor of the main building. You can see the main lobby down here. But like I said, we are up now on the second floor, which is also called the mezzanine level, which has a few awesome amenities on this floor, starting with the Jack LaLanne Physical Fitness Studio. So this is your gym here at the resort. If you do like to work out on vacation, this will be the spot for you. You can see right through the glass here, ellipticals, treadmills, other things available inside. It is open daily from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. and named after the celebrity Jack LaLanne. Moving on from the gym, the next amenity we'll come up to is the Galaxy Bowl. Now this is very unique to Cabana Bay Beach Resort, and it's your bowling alley. So staying on theme with the overall resort, in the 50s and 60s, bowling was the hot thing to do, so why not put a bowling alley inside? This is open daily from noon to 11 p.m. with the hours being subject to change based on the season, and does have 10 bowling lanes inside with a number of table and chair sets for dining as well. Here's a quick look at the menu for the Galaxy Bowl. So you have your starters, your salads, and your entrees. All pretty standard American pub food, but the food here at the resort has been really good overall. So here's all your information that you need to know about the Galaxy Bowl. Reservations are required, and that is inclusive of bowling or a table for dinner, and that can be booked all online through Resi. So as it says here, the prices vary by time of day and also day of the week. So as you can see, from opening to just about 5 o'clock, it's $18.50 per bowler. From Monday through Friday, from 5 to close, it's $21 per bowler. And then on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, all day, it is $21 per bowler with a max of 6 bowlers per lane. And then in terms of lane time and shoe rental, 1 to 2 bowlers will give you 45 minutes, 3 to 4 bowlers will give you 75 minutes, and 5 to 6 bowlers will give you 90 minutes. So that price is inclusive of your shoe rental and your lane time And if you're standing here and want to make a reservation, you can just scan the QR code and that'll take you straight to Resi. Outside the Galaxy Bowl, you have some nice vintage bowling props as well. And another look at that bowling shirt that we saw available for sale in the gift shop downstairs. Moving on from the Galaxy Bowl, the next amenity we have here on the mezzanine level is the Game-O-Rama. This is your game room, open daily from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Looks to be a pretty sizable game room actually. Nice place for the kids to get out some energy at night or if you're just hanging at the resort for the day. And as we continue around the corner here, we will come to the Fun in the Sun Rec Center. So the Fun in the Sun Rec Center is a pretty open recreation space for different activities. So you can see they just have some tables and chairs set up inside right now. So it's a pretty free use room for the resort to host different types of activities. It's currently locked right now, so I can't take a look inside, but hopefully you can kind of get a peek from inside the window here. Just another recreation space they have here to use on site. And from the mezzanine level, you can have a great look down at the Bayliner Diner. This kind of really gives you a feel for the scope and size of this diner. For 2,200 rooms at the resort, you do need a pretty decent sized main dining venue. Plenty of tables and chairs to go around. I did have breakfast here a little while ago, kind of at the height of breakfast time on a Saturday, and was able to find a table no problem. So next in our tour, we're actually going to head back downstairs and outside to the second of the main pool areas. We're actually going to go through those doors that we're looking at now, but while we do that, we're gonna take a reverse walk through the mezzanine level here. And while we do that, we'll go through some of the perks that you get for staying on site at a Universal Orlando Resort Hotel. The first of those perks is you get to text with the front desk. This is a really great option for you just to get some quick questions answered. They are very available and responsive, so if you have any questions regarding theme park hours, housekeeping requests, anything like that, they will go through all that information with you when you check in, and you're just able to text with a team member at the front desk directly to get all your questions answered. You do also have early theme park admission. This is really great if you want a little bit of extra park time. When we've been to Universal Orlando in the past, it's pretty typical for Islands of Adventure to be the theme park that you have early access to. That park typically opens around 9 a.m. and then the early theme park admission for Universal Orlando Resort guests will be an hour before, so you get access as early as 8 a.m. You also have merchandise transfer. This is a really great perk. So for anything that you purchase while you're in the theme parks or Volcano Bay, you can have it brought directly back to your resort hotel, and then it'll be in your room between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on the next day. So the day after you purchased the item or items. This perk is not available the day before or the day of your checkout, so just keep that in mind. Like we talked about earlier in the tour, you also have ground transportation complimentary to the parks and to City Walk. All right, again, so look where we are. So that's the Game-O-Rama. Here is the Galaxy Bowl, and to head back downstairs, we're going to take this spiral staircase and head outside. So here we are back downstairs at the Bayliner Diner. Gonna head outside to check out the other pool area. But before we do that, want to mention that if you are staying in the continental or the beachside rooms, you can access those rooms through the elevators here on the right. We are actually staying in a room in the Continental building, and we have a full room tour of that room currently out on the channel. So if you want to see what a standard room is like here at Cabana Bay, you could go check that out on the channel after this video. So here we are in the second of the two main pool areas here at Universal's Cabana Bay. This is the Lazy River Courtyard area. From this area, you really get a good feel of the theming of the resort. Again, that retro 50s, 60s style of architecture and color is really seen on the exterior design of the building. And as we continue walking forward here, we start to get into that main pool area. The biggest distinction between this and the other pool area we saw is that this pool does not have that big tower or the water slide. However, there is a lazy river at this pool, which is pretty great. And the first thing that we're coming up to here is the Hideaway Bar and Grill. So this is your pool bar and restaurant on this side of the resort. We ate here the other day. Jenna had a really good buffalo chicken wrap, and I had some chips and salsa. The menu is pretty similar to what they have on the other side at the Atomic Grill, with just a few exceptions. I believe you could get nachos and some things like that over here. I'm not sure if they have pizza over here, but again, it's all your pretty standard pool fare. Then as you can see right inside here, you have the bar. So this is your pool bar. Plenty of beers on draft. You have some frozen drinks, plenty of liquor for your cocktails and other mixed drinks. Another great thing about the Hideaway Bar and Grill is that, as you can see, it's fully covered. So if you want to eat in the shade where it's a little bit cooler and you have some fans going, this is a great option. And then up here on the left, this is where you actually go to order and pick up your food. The other call out in terms of food here is they do have a few variations of hot dogs you could get, and those looked really good the other day. So continuing along, you have a jacuzzi back there in the corner. Again, that one is accessible as well. And then we come out to the main pool area looking at the Americana building. Plenty of umbrellas and chairs and tables to go around. You have your restrooms here on the right. And then coming up ahead, you have the lazy river that I mentioned before. This was really, really nice. There is not much shade in the main pool over here, but as you go around the backside of the lazy river, you will find a lot of shade, which is really nice. And you have a couple of these waterfalls and other features that you can float under as you go around the lazy river. But they do have the lazy river tube shack here on the right, where you can purchase pool floaties as well. So they do not accept cash, but if you want some different floaties, you could see what they have available and some of the different prices that go along with them here. So you can purchase those if you want to have a more leisurely float along the lazy river. One thing we noticed the other day when we were hanging out here is that since the lazy river is partially in the shade, it is considerably cooler than this main pool that is pretty much all in the sun. If you are looking for a really refreshing dip in the pool, this might not be that you're imagining. It's still nice and refreshing, and it's better than just like baking in the sun, but it is, you know, considering we're here in Florida in July, it is a little bit warmer in terms of the water temperature. And to quickly show you how we get to Volcano Bay, the main pool area is right back behind the lazy river in this rock work here. Just walk down this path on the side of the Americana building. And so you're gonna take that path all the way down to the end. You're going to go through this gate, and then if you head off to the left here, you will start to see signs that direct you to the entrance. You can see that oval sign right there with the arrow pointing the way you need to go. So follow those signs, and that'll take you all the way to the entrance of Volcano Bay, straight from Cabana Bay. As we head back to the main lobby, a couple other notes about the Cabana Bay Beach Resort. They do offer on-site parking. So if you are driving a car while you're on vacation or just visiting the resort, you can park it here. However, that does cost $23 per night. So just keep in mind that is an incremental charge on top of the resort rate. And a distinction between the prime value level of resort like Cabana Bay and some of the other resorts is that this resort does not offer the Universal Express Pass as a benefit. That is only at the 3 premier resorts. So if you have heard Universal promoting the Express Pass, which is the paid skip the line option for the theme parks, that is something that is included in the resort rate for the premier high-end resorts. However, it is not available in your room rate for any of the other resort levels here at Universal Orlando. So that is our full walkthrough tour of the Cabana Bay Beach Resort here at Universal Orlando. This is a really great resort hotel, very nicely themed, lots of great amenities and dining and retail options here. So if you are staying in Orlando for your vacation, either going to Walt Disney World or Universal Orlando, this is a really great option for you. We have a lot of other Universal and Disney content on the channel as well, so check that out if you are interested in Orlando vacations. And if you want to book one, don't forget Jenna is a travel agent and her email is linked in the video description below. But that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on social media at A Couple Travelers. And until next time, keep traveling.